Not good, not good, not good. Not good. Traffic, gosh. I mean, lovely weather. Sun hot. I don't know what causing this traffic. For me, this is not good. Now we're gonna have delays. Ah boy, and I have to make up the time. Life in Trinidad. Fortunately, it was just a small accident that was causing the traffic. Nobody was seriously injured, and it was on my way to the office in Port of Spain. I'm in Port of Spain. Welcome to Cameraman Life. Today we're going down to, I think it's Reform, I may be wrong, Village, and we're gonna highlight some people who's actually created a coffee brand, and it's some young entrepreneurs. I don't have that much details. Otto did the coordination for this one. Coming into Port of Spain, there was a car accident that created a lot of traffic on the highway, so I went from being early now to being late, and I have to make back up that time. I don't know how I'm making it up on the road or how exactly, but I have to make back up that time. Equipment loaded, on the road again. Wow, this place is hot today, so you can't play Trini. Yesterday was rain before the assignment. Today is very hot, so I just load up and we're leaving the office now. Hoping, keep fingers crossed, that we can make back up the time that we lost on the road, and we can get there and execute a good Inspire TT. Mentally, I'm doing my final checklist, making sure that I have all the equipment that is necessary. Also to touch base with Otto, and on my way to pick him up. On my way to pick up Otto, and I'm hoping that he all is ready and is not a position where we had to wait on Otto as well. Ah boy, the hustle and bustle, this cameraman life. So a big part of a cameraman job is being on the road and trying to get to the assignment on time, and with that accident there was a delay, but I'm hoping I made up the time. Alright, so we just pull up here in Hardbargin. I think it's Reform Village by the Trevini Temple, and we're gonna meet the client. You see Otto in the background here. You already start talking to them. So, but we're late, and you wanna see something that's very funny. The weather changed again, so from hot now to rain. So we're gonna do a walk around, and we'll be able to see what we're gonna do moving forward. Ooh, a little out of it, hustling, trying to make up that time. So the average time I spent on the road on this particular day was about 3 hours. And yes, you do spend a lot of the time getting to the location, and that's just one aspect. You have to be mentally prepared when you actually reach there. And what a lovely location. The aesthetics are so pleasing here. But also to a mental note, we have to remember the temple. Yes, we're working in the temple, but the temple is not the story. It's what the guys are doing inside the temple. That's what we're here to recover on Inspire TT. The last time I was here was 7 years ago? Yeah. Or maybe 8. And what we're seeing here, the guys giving us basically a walk around of the space. This is the actual, how you say, manufacturing space, production space, where they do their cooking and roasting of the cocoa beans and the coffee beans. They also do the drying at the temple, which was very important, and we have to understand the story that we're going to tell before we actually start doing the story. Here we have Prashant going through the process so that we could visually understand what are the steps that needed to be covered and how we could break down the scenes to make it interesting for both television and online. The interaction is important to us on Inspire TT. As in we talking and thing, and then we say, well, let me make a cup of coffee for me. Yeah, and then we talking about it now.
This is for the chocolate preparation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We have some sugar, cane sugar, and 40 bags.
So we're basically trying to get an idea of what the story we're going to be telling and how we're going to segment the space, telling the story. So like you see Otto here, you're giving them a brief.
In first couple of my the first introduction interview on steps, establish area community aspect of doing the bringing the community of it.
This will be an interesting one because there's some young entrepreneurs who during the pandemic had an idea and continue and push the business idea now and then producing coffee, chocolates, tea. I'm going to bring you that story. So we established the manufacturing space and we're on our way to actually understand what the temple space is like and how we're going to do a walk and talking shot, walking through the temple with Otto. So right now we're basically blocking the set. Yeah, it has enough light, man. We're testing to see if we have enough light, so we're lighting the temple. Otto is going to do a kind of walk and talk interview, and that's important for us to be able to establish, and the relationship with the business and the temple is important to us too as well.
Yeah, good. Nice.
Communication is very important for production. Being on the same page is very important, and trusting the person who's actually shooting and trusting the host, very important. Listening to audio, very important. We may have some audio challenges in the temple today, but we're going to try our best to work around it. I'm going to be monitoring the audio as a cameraman. Yes, in future, Otto will pace it, so
Sure.
just with Otto pace.
Alright.
Otto, if you're going too fast or too slow for me, this is...
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah, no
Usually
stress.
walking and talking. I'm taking like 5 minutes because it does take a lot of focus for us to continue doing what we're doing. Having a little bit of water too as well. And we're going to go on to the next step where I'm going to actually be hosting. So I kind of have to calm myself down, stop thinking about the visuals, and now flip and reverse about what we're going to communicate in terms of who, what, why, when, and how.
The traditional word is potki.
Pot
Potki.
cake.
Basically, you throw it up in the air and let the breeze separate the husk from the bean itself.
I remember my grandmother doing that to clean rice. Like the same process, right?
Same thing, yeah. Same
Okay. So we just take a break from the actual shooting and we're gonna wrap in a bit. I was hosting so I can do the vlog. We're about to just wrap the program and enjoy some coffee and cocoa. Thanks for joining me here on Camera Live, and this was definitely an interesting show today. Alright guys, so we just wrapped the shoot. This is my second cup of coffee, so I can endorse it. Wow. The Hardbargin coffee tastes really good, man. It's hard to make but easy to drink.